Hey y'all, iRix Guy here, back again with another Phantom 3 field test. Now what I'm going to do today is I'm going to demonstrate it's a different type of filter. Now whereas you may have seen my neutral density filter before where I demonstrated that, what this is, you can see here it looks very similar to the ND filter, to the neutral density filter, except this is not a filter at all. All this is a high quality piece of glass that simply acts as a protective barrier between your Phantom 3, in this case Phantom 3 Professional or Phantom 3 Advanced, between its camera and the sky. So if you hit bugs, you know, maybe you're flying in salty air and some of that residue kicks up on the lens, it's just a way to clean your to be able to clean the glass and not actually be cleaning your Phantom 3 camera lens each time. Just a better way to hopefully better protect your investment, because these things, I mean, let's face it, they're not cheap. You know, they're expensive toys. So, you know, it's something like this, just a really simplistic layer of glass between the sky and your Phantom 3 camera may be well worth it. So check the link within this video's description. You'll be able to find the link to order it. It's the glass. Well, you'll see it listed there on 400orbelow.com. It's just a little glass protector by RageCams. So I think it's something that this is probably the one I'll use most. But certain situations where I do want to use an ND filter, I've got the ND filter, and then also the CPL, the circular polarizer. If there's a situation with the lighting or whatever where I want to use that, you know, I've got those as well. But just simple flying without any sort of visual enhancement for the video and or photo of the Phantom 3, this is good. So let's see how it performs. I'm going to take this sucker off and we're going to get to it here. Okay, so I will be filming at 4K 30 frames per second. At least at this point in time, that's my standard standard resolution that I like the most. Now I am safe to fly. Obviously, I've already calibrated and I know that you know, that everything's good to go, and it says safe to fly in green at the top. That's something I really like about the Phantom 3, is that it's got a lot more of the visual acknowledgments that hey, there's a problem, or hey, everything's okay. So we're okay, we're in a safe location. You know, let's get this thing off the ground here with it's just it's not a filter. It looks like a filter, but it's just a lens protector for the Phantom 3. It's made by RageCams. Check the link within this video's description. So let's hit record. We are now recording. We're gonna give this a good flight. It is kind of windy. So if you notice any unusual jerkiness, is due to the extreme wind. Going to get some really cool camera angles here so you can see. And you know, when you're looking at this in the field, even though the FPV on the Phantom 3 is very detailed, and you're getting 720p HD, it's really hard to appreciate the actual visual quality until you take it back to your studio and good lighting and download it and watch it in 4K, because that's where it really shines through. So I mean, I can tell you what I'm seeing right now on the FPV display. I'm extremely impressed with the visual quality, but you know, as I had mentioned, the true test is you telling me what you think when you watch this video, and then when you watch this video and compare it to other Phantom 3 videos that I've flown without a filter, with a neutral density filter, with a CPL filter, circular polarizer filter, and then with this protective glass layer for your you know, for your Phantom 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how they all compare. I mean, I'm a drone evangelist, but I'm not a drone dictator. So you know, what I say is not necessarily, you know, the gospel of drones. I mean, it's open for interpretation. So, and that's the main reason I'm doing this, is because I like to play with this and see what I think about stuff. And then when I share it, then you provide feedback. It's like, well, you know, this could be better if we did this or did that. So it's kind of a win-win situation, because I'm having a good time. I'm going out with an open mind with all of this and just flying and seeing what happens. And then you're providing feedback, and then I'm trying to further tweak the experience for myself and obviously others too, because drones, UAVs, quadcopters, whatever you want to call them, there's no arguing the fact that these are this will be like the next internet bubble, the next computer bubble. Remember when personal computers came out? You had Apple, you had MS-DOS computers. And would you have ever thought, maybe you did, maybe you were a forward thinker, but would you have ever predicted where we would be with computers and technology today? Would you have predicted that you're flying with a camera that, from a technological perspective, the system is more advanced than a lot of computers, and then we're sharing this by way of social media that was made possible by computers connected with a bunch of wires, you know, the internet. And now we're seeing the death of media as we know it, you know, print advertising, television advertising. We're seeing everything's moving towards social. So to be able to play with a toy today that in the future is likely going to be able to become a tool for so many different industries. I mean, it's absolutely mind-boggling in my opinion. And I mean, obviously I just do it to have a good time, but, you know, being a forward thinker, I see where this is heading. And I'm not wasting my time flying toys in the field. I'm flying toys in the field to have a good time and relax. But I'm concurrently educating myself for future value. I mean, there's a lot of value in these things. You know, I'm not up here with a controller in my hand playing a video game. Nothing wrong with that. If that's what you like to do to relax, that's fine. But I'm here with a controller in my hand touching tomorrow with my drone. So it's all about interpretation, you know, just like this video quality. What do you think about this video quality? And I'm trying to get us some really cool shots as I ramble on here. I really like trees. I don't want to get too low though, because I don't want to lose my drone. Actually about to get to set sail out in the ocean, and I got to make sure I got my drone for that, because these things they're in high demand. So, you know, if I crash this one, then it would be a big disappointment. Let's kind of go down low to the ground here. We'll fly over me. Look at this. There we go. Really see that grass detail and all of that stuff right now. %38 battery. I've still only got one battery. Good news is that I have found them, so check the link within this video's description, 400orbelow.com. I've posted a link there to where you can get Phantom 3 batteries now, which is cool. Can't wait to get mine. This one battery my field time is gimp. It really is. So let's do let's kind of angle the camera down and let's kind of go straight up while we got a little bit of battery left. I like these shots sometimes. Now it is windy, so you probably see a little bit of rock. I apologize for the wind. There's nothing I can do about the wind. But if I was out on a sailboat today, it'd be great because you gotta have wind to sail. Okay, so now we're gonna bring it down. I always fly to about 30%. That's just my own personal practice. I mean, you can fly to whatever your comfort level is, but I don't want to get too low, you know, with batteries. Let's put her down in this case here, just a minute. You know, I was gonna say a waterproof and ruggedized case. Yeehaw! Yeah, buddy. Waterproof and ruggedized. I always tilt my camera up before I land because I don't want to, even though I do have that protective cover on the lens, I don't want to potentially mess it up, even though it is a flat surface. So let's test these skills here. I would say that was a quite successful landing. So, tell me what you think. Do you like the visual quality of the? And again, that was simply a piece of glass. You know, it's not enhancing the visual quality whatsoever. Simply a piece of glass that adds an additional protective layer between your Phantom 3 Pro or Phantom 3 Advanced camera and the sky. So tell me what you think. Check out my other videos too. Check the link within this video's description. I've got the neutral density filter, the CPL filter, and this glass protective cap for the Phantom 3. So check them all out. I've demoed them all in the field. Tell me what you think, and I hope this video is of value. And again, a lot more videos coming soon. Just touching the surface with the Phantom 3. So subscribe and share with others. YouTube.com/iRickSky. And another easy way to remember me is Drone Evangelist. So if you go to droneevangelist.com, you know, like the preacher. If you go to droneevangelist.com, that'll take you to 400 or below.com, which is my, it's just my hub, because I want to bring all this together. I mean, I've got a heavy YouTube component, but I want to bring it all together in one centralized location. It's easy for you to be in an elevator and somebody say, yeah man, think about buying a drone, and you're getting to the next floor and they're about to have to get off because they got a meeting. And you're like, well, go to droneevangelist.com, and they can go there, they can research it, all the tutorials, find the links of the stuff that I use. I've just put it all there so that hopefully that it helps you, because I know this is a confusing hobby, even if you've been involved with it since day one, which I haven't. I started at Phantom 1. But if you've been involved with it since the early days, it was a lot more do-it-yourself. Now it's kind of more out-of-the-box goodness, ready to fly, like the Phantom 3 is. So I appreciate your viewership, and y'all have a good day.